Attention, this is an interruption. Stay tuned for a message from the God.
Number 5%, not a 10% amazing.
The real, yo.
I have more respect for a man who lets me know where he stands, even if he's wrong, than the one who comes up like an angel and is nothing but a devil.
The real, yo.
Number 5%, not a 10% amazing.
Peace to Allah's mighty 5% nation of God's nurse to all the human families of the planet Earth. I bid you a love, peace, and happiness high salute. I am DJ KY's Allah, aka Kato, the Black Superhero. Welcome to another explosive episode of Real to Real 360. All right. I got you. Peace and blessings, everyone. What's going on? We hope y'all are good and ready, locked in. Let's get ready to roll. I'm going to bring on my co-host with the most, and none other than my brother, Mr. Joshua Allah, a.k.a. Mr. PhD. Let's roll.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Sure enough.
But who am I?
Joshua Allah.
Who am I?
Joshua Allah.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Allah. Mr. PhD.
Peace to all our followers, likers, and subscribers. We're locked and loaded today, man. It's finna go down. We're gonna keep it all the way. You know what I'm saying? So today, we in the Carolinas today. The doubleheader is in the Carolinas today. Starting out in South Carolina, you know what I'm saying? Rather in Atlanta, Georgia via South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely gonna get it popping up in here.
I see that.
Okay. All right, cool. Now, you know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, get your hands together. Bringing the one and only, the sheriff himself, King Malachi. Let's go. What's happening with you, brother?
Yay.
How y'all doing?
Man, it's
Man,
so
great,
good.
brother. How you doing today, man?
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely.
Yo, brother, if you don't mind, man, just give the fans and subscribers a brief overview of who the sheriff is.
Well, you know, it's a lot of cowboys in the game. Mm-hmm. Somebody had to come down and be the sheriff. Might as well be me.
I feel you on that one.
Yes, sir.
So, when did you get into music? Let's start on your journey. When did you get into music?
I was really born into it. I sang my first solo on stage at 7 years old in church. You know, church is like for most of the greatest entertainers singing. You know, church was that playground. That was that nesting pot. That was where most of the greatest hone their skills. You know, so I came from out of that element. Okay. So before, you know, school and everything, church. Mm-hmm. You know, but I played instruments. You know, I played my first instrument in school in second grade was a accordion. Fifth grade, I was on tenor and alto saxophone. And, you know, I took music theory. When I went to high school, before I got kicked out, I made the all-state choir with honors. You know, so it didn't mean that I was like the best singer in the world at the time, but it meant that you had a real technical ear. So, you know, I could read music at that time, sight read music. Sight reading is when somebody can put a piece of sheet music in front of you and put you in a room with players you never seen before, put you in a room with players you never played with and with music you've never read, and you got to be able to play it the best you can. And so, you know, the Most High blessed me to have a great ear. I used to get superior medals doing it. It was a blessing.
Now, when did you fall in love with it, though?
I fell in love with music at 14. Well, I love music before that, but personally, wanting to take this on as an endeavor, 14. 14 is when I knew I was going to do this the rest of my life.
Yeah, definitely. Now, with your journey in music, who are some of the individuals that you looked up to that inspired you to really take this serious?
New Edition, Jodeci, Boys the Men, Take Six, John P. Key, Darren Coley, you know, yeah, the great, you know what I mean? The
Right.
great Michael Jackson, James Brown, yeah, that type of
Because
club.
when you think about the names that, you know what I'm saying, because that's our era right there. That's our coming of age era right there. You know what I mean?
So,
Those who don't know, man, that's the 80s right there, man. That's that 80s, 90s right there. That's that golden age of R&B. You know what I'm saying? Not soul music, but R&B. See, a lot of people don't know the difference in that. The soul music and R&B. When did you fall in love with Southern Soul?
it's crazy because I was doing Southern Soul before they actually was calling it Southern Soul,
When it was
but
blues? Liquor
yeah,
house music?
I was always bluesy, and so I'm known for being soulful. It's a part of my brand. You know, some people call me James Brown Jr. So it's like I always been in the soulful lane. You know, that's what I'm known for. So,
Right.
but they started popularizing Southern soul. You know what I mean? And then what happened was it started leaning towards more of the juke joint sound, etc. And so, honestly, initially, I wasn't a super fan of the juke joint sound. I love soul music, but it started getting better to me. I really like King George a lot. I really like the songs, the production, the quality of the mixes. I think him and his crew, 80, King 803 and them, I think they do it at a top level.
Right. Now that's the fact that they definitely push it, and they open the door for a lot of Carolinians. Let's just be honest. You know what I mean? They open the door for a lot of Carolinians, and now that the door is open, South Carolina and North Carolina is kicking the door off the hinges. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Because the artists that are coming out of South Carolina alone, you talking about Rico C, you're talking about Love Note, you're talking about Nephew Jones, you're talking about King Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? A lot of individuals coming out of South Carolina. Then when you're talking about North Carolina, you got Librado, Lamar Brace, you have Angel King, you have Shamika Jaquel, you have Bad Girl. You have a lot of great artists that are coming out of the Carolinas that are definitely kicking the door open. And I salute you because you're taking that sound and took it to Atlanta. You took it to Georgia, whereas made people stand on notice when it comes down to your music. So I
Yes,
salute
sir.
you for that. You know what I'm saying? To take enough time to say, you know, I'm a show them, I'm gonna take my brand on the road and I'm gonna make it happen. So
Yes, sir.
I definitely salute you for that.
Thank you.
So what have been your experiences so far when it comes down to performing in different areas? What have the reception been like?
I've always been really, really accepted pretty well. You know, one thing about me though, I don't necessarily look when people don't know me like that to be just jumping all out the roof. But one thing that I pride myself on is you will never forget me. So mostly anybody who's ever seen me perform, they never forgot. I don't care.
Definitely.
People tell me all the time, man, I saw you 20 years ago in the whoop, 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 in the back of the boom, boom, boom. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Man, I saw you 10 years ago and you was over at the, it be shows I can't even remember. And they
Yeah.
be like, man, I remember you, man. You came through the high school. You did this, you did that. So it's a blessing, man. You know, I, I'm really confident in what I do. And a big part of winning a crowd is walking on stage with presence. You know, before you even open your mouth to sing for real, just being very confident, not cocky, because overconfident and cocky can turn people off. You know what I mean? But just know how to communicate. I'm a great communicator.
And that to me is stage presence. When you talk about the inspiration, those who inspired you to do what you do, you had to learn that artist development part. You know what I'm saying? Stage presence. You know what I'm saying? How to, you know what I'm saying, the breathing techniques. You know what I'm saying? How to engage with crowds and things of that nature. Not just get up there and sing, you have to be an entertainer as well. So
Right.
all of that encompass everything. And salute to finally Regina Jen, what's going on with you?
Hey,
You know what I mean? So we appreciate, you know what I'm saying, artistry. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to music, we appreciate artistry. I know I do. I know my brother does. We appreciate those who have artistry, who can not just sing, but also know how to bring the crowd in, know how to work that crowd, know how to make that crowd feel like they done got their money's worth.
Facts.
And
Facts.
that's a major thing when it comes down to it. But Sheriff, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna get this party started. We're gonna start cutting up a little bit. You know
Let's
what I'm saying?
do
We're
it.
gonna cut up a rug up in here, okay? What we
Yeah,
got popping,
do it.
baby? We got to cut
Yeah.
a rug up in here.
Let's do
Ladies and
it.
gentlemen,
Yeah.
Let's get it.
there's a new sheriff in town,
Yeah, baby.
and his name is King Malachi, and he's asking everybody to report to the dance floor immediately. Ooh, we about to turn it out. We about to cut 'em up. Ooh, we about to turn it out. We about to cut 'em up. You ain't gotta have 'em, but if you got your boots on, it's a vibe. Show up. We gotta walk it like we talk it. No standing on the wall, that ain't the vibe. Turn up. Let me see you show up. Let me see you turn it out. That's the vibe. Let me see you show up. Yeah. Let me see you turn it out. That's the vibe. Ooh, we about to turn it out. We about to cut 'em up. Ooh, we about to turn it out. We about to cut 'em up. Take your hat off and spin it round and round. Okay, your dance partner, tell 'em that y'all run the town. Show enough. Let's get it, gotta put that soul in it. Whoa, just getting started, we ain't close with being finished. Whoa, show out. Let me see you turn it out. That's the vibe. Let me see you show out. Let me see you turn it out. That's the vibe. Ooh, we about to turn it out. We about to cut 'em out.
She go hard in the
We
building.
about to turn it out. We about to cut 'em out. Get up. Hey, get up. Hey, get it up. We about to cut 'em out. Get it up. Hey, get up. Hey, get it up. We about to cut 'em out.
Ooh, that's
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
talking about.
cut
That's
it
the
Thank you,
up.
bro.
in
Yes,
the
sir.
words of Nephew Jones. That's my type of carrying on right there. That's my
Yes,
type of
sir.
carrying
Yes, sir.
on.
Yeah. Me
Definitely.
and
Shout
Nephew
out to
Jones,
Lady Shay, man.
yeah,
Huh?
me and Nephew Jones was just together the other night, man. Last Friday, we was
Okay.
we was at this birthday show celebration for Sky Watley. I
Yeah.
performed at it. Nephew Jones, he was just chilling, you know.
hmm
Good people.
Yeah.
Good people.
Definitely good people. We got a chance to meet with him at the AMG Awards
Okay.
and in Atlanta at the Atrium. You know what I mean? So it was definitely a great, you know what I'm saying, time with him. Now, with your music, who produces your music?
The same guy who did Nephew Jones' song, Carrying On, did all three of these songs you're about to play by me. His name is D Ford out of
Oh, D4.
Mississippi.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
sir.
Mhm.
Yes,
D4,
but see,
man. Yeah.
I knew that, K. K, I knew that. I knew that.
D Ford,
I
that
knew.
guy.
I knew that Carolina had to slide into Mississippi a little bit to get some music out there, but you ain't finna get me.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, when it comes down to like the music itself, do you have automatically like a tune in your head or a beat in your head that you wanna write to, that you work with D4 with, or he send you some production, and then you pick from what you want, and then you go from there?
Well, both, all of the above,
Mm-hmm.
all of the above. I got records that I sent to him that I might have recorded it a cappella and did the beat with my mouth
Mm-hmm.
and sang on top of it in the
Mm-hmm.
studio, and then send him the idea, and then he'll full blown produce it out. You
Okay.
know, and then I have records where I just chose a beat that he had that I thought was hot.
Mm. Okay.
That's
Shout
how I
out to my
was.
man D4.
Yeah,
Yo,
no doubt. That's how I was with Cutter
D's in
Rug.
the building, Uncle D's in the building right now, watching along with Rose Rozier. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Yeah, oh, we got him on. We got him on right now.
We got him on. Yeah, man. Why you didn't tell us what it was, man? Why you didn't tell us what it was? You know what I'm saying? But musically, like that sound, that the voice, you know what I'm saying? When you're going over your music and you're singing your music, and you're leaving an impression, like you have a distinctive sound. Is
Thank you.
that, you know what I mean? And that's real. Like you have a distinctive sound, distinctive voice where it makes you stand out from other artists. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying? And wanted to make, you know what I'm saying, ask, what is it about the sheriff that makes you authentically, or keep it authentically, King Malachi?
I mean, I've always been an original copy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not the type, if you doing it, I don't want to do it. If everybody going this way, I got to go this way. I've always been a trailblazer, a trendsetter, you know, since a child. That's just who I've always been. So I don't even have a favorite artist, a favorite singer. When you do, a lot of times you sound like them.
Right.
So it's no one person that I'm just so tapped in and locked into that I'm just emulating like that. It's just that I soak up the overall game. If my
Mm-hmm.
spirit like it, it'll get down up in there somehow, and I'll find my way to incorporate it into my gumbo. You feel me? But
Right.
I'm I'm just me. I'm just always been me. I've always been original. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's just what it is. For real.
Yeah.
I never sat down and tried to trace out an artist that I wanted to be like.
Mm-hmm.
Except like one time when I used to rap back in the day, for real. You
Yeah.
know, I used to try to mimic Pop and Scarface. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But you know, with singing and all of that, and it's
Mm-hmm.
still, I'm gonna tell you like this. When my
Mm-hmm.
father died,
Mm-hmm.
that's when my man voice came into my chest.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, when my father died, the next day I woke up with a much deeper voice. And
Wow.
so it's like I said, you know, it's just a blessing, man, when the Most High give you a sound, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and then it takes time to perfect and tap into your sound. Just like if you ever saw the Ray Charles movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Carrie Washington or whatever was playing Ray Charles' girl at the time?
Mm-hmm.
Ray Charles had the ability to sound like anybody he wanted to sound like, right?
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
she was like, I want to hear the real Ray Charles.
Mm-hmm.
So he started tapping into going deep and really listening, found his voice and pulled it out his soul.
Mm-hmm.
But before, he was just giving people where he felt they wanted to hear, and
Mm-hmm.
that's easy. It
Right.
takes heart, man, and guts and nuts to
Mm-hmm.
stand out here and be original and do your thing. You
Right.
know what I mean? For real. You know, and
And
yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead, because like I said, you know what I mean, that's something that we always talk about. We always ask artists, you know what I'm saying, because there's so much of a fad that's going on. Everybody got to make a trail ride song. Everybody got to have this line dance going on. Everybody got to do this here, where they lose their self, they lose their music. You know what I'm saying, by trying to emulate what is going on around them. So
Mm,
with your music, I don't see that. I
mm,
don't see that. I don't see trying to chase that fad or chase that, you know what I'm saying, what that whatever everybody else is chasing at this moment, trying to get, you know what I'm saying? Of course, people make line dances on their own, but to actually like solicit for that, or you know what I'm saying, be out there talking about make a line dance to this song for me, or whatever the case may be. I don't see
Well,
that.
that's interesting because the song "Cut a Rug,"
Mhm.
everybody's asking me for a dance for it to the
Right,
point where they're forcing it, right?
right.
To the point where it's like I'm at a podcast the other day,
Hmm.
and the dude who was interviewing me was like, "Man, this song needs a dance." He's like, "I'll put up $1,000 for people to make a dance to this song."
Right. But you know, the funny thing that when you said that, you didn't push that. You know what I'm saying? As a artist, if individuals want to make a line dance to it, then fine and dandy, or whatever the case may be. But that's the perception outside of the sheriff's camp. You know what I mean? That's what I was looking at. That other individuals might be like, yo, this need a line dance to it, or this need this to it. You'd be like, if you gonna do it, do it. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's
this
not
is the
like,
thing. This is
mhm,
the thing. I was watching Tyler Perry. He was talking about how artists got to have a double mind, and you got
mhm,
to be the artist and the businessman, right?
right,
I look
of
at
course.
myself as a store or a restaurant, right?
Hmm.
So if people want burgers, let's say I don't eat pork, right,
Right.
or whatever,
Hmm.
and they want bacon, okay, I'll bring the turkey bacon,
Right.
right? So
Hmm.
it's like at the end of the day, you want people to come sit down and be able to shop with you. So I'm a
Right.
businessman and a strong creative person. So
Hmm.
I can see when people want a thing
Hmm.
and I can present it, but do it my way. You feel me?
Mm.
So,
Mm.
but at the end of the day, it's way deeper with me than okay, I gotta have a line dance song, line dance song. I'm not lost into it. So
Hmm.
it's like, but at the end of the day, trail ride music got me on the radio.
Right.
Period.
Right. Hmm.
Period. Organically, without payola,
Hmm.
without having to do all that. I just happen to come and do it my way, though. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, at the end of the day, we can't negate the fact if a wave is strong
Hmm.
and it presents itself, if you can surf it and you got the skill,
Hmm.
why not surf it? You just make sure that you freaking it on the board the way
Hmm.
you would do it. But I'm
Right.
not trying to do everything like everybody else do it. But
Hmm.
like I said, man, I got a surprise coming this winter. I'm not gonna speak on it yet, but I'm
Hmm.
about to make a big separation.
Hmm.
Boy, when I drop this winter, oh, you're gonna know the real. You're gonna understand. You're like, okay, yeah,
Hmm.
you're gonna be like, okay, he's an artist.
Hmm.
Because what I'm about to drop on y'all, ain't no anybody can just run up in the studio and make it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get them eras of music up under your belt. You had to bend down a certain walk, a certain path. You gotta have a
Hmm.
little age under your belt.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah. To be able to tap back into those, I'm gonna take y'all through a time machine.
Mm.
This winter.
Mm.
This
Mm.
winter, I'm gonna get y'all right. Y'all gonna be like, when you hear it, you're gonna be like, that man told us at that podcast, he's about to do this. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. But when I
Hmm.
tell you, I'm going, James Brown was like, I got a brand new bag. Ooh.
Right.
Well, you make sure when you
Uh,
debut that joint, you come right back here with it.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
definitely.
Yes, sir.
You make sure we get a
Drop that
copy of
right
that,
here.
Yes,
because
sir.
we look for, and one thing about it is we look for grown folks music.
Ooh, I got you.
You
I
know what I'm saying?
got you.
We look for grown folks music.
Oh,
We're out
oh,
here.
listen. Not just grown folk music.
Mm-hmm.
That real grown ass man on
Mm-hmm.
these women ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sounding like a man, feeling like a man, and talking that talk.
Mm.
That
And
we abandoned it.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
been abandoned. You know what I'm saying? It's been abandoned, but it's not dead. We resurrecting it, baby. I'm
Yes,
so
sir.
excited. My team excited. We excited, man. We can't wait to give y'all this.
Man, you starting to give me chills. Shout out to Fleet Nation, Bernard B in the building, man.
What up, Bernard?
Much
B? What's
love,
good, man?
Nation.
Man, my thing is like that's what we've been what we're looking for. You know what I mean? Nothing against trail ride because we love trail riders, you know what I'm saying, especially one-on-one backwood, you know what I'm saying? United
Yeah,
out there, you know what I'm saying?
but
Kimberly,
I need that.
Isaiah.
I need that one-on-one time.
No,
Yeah,
yeah. But
yeah.
That's what I need.
that
That
slow drag,
one-on-one.
that red light special,
Yes, sir.
you know what I'm saying? That slow drag and that red light special and that one-on-one, you know what I'm saying? Bernard B said Malachi's my dude, yes sir. And that's what, you know what I'm saying, we've been looking for when it comes down to music. You know what I mean? A lot of times when it comes down to when you get to a party, I don't mind, you know what I'm saying? I can't line dance. Ain't gonna get me the line. I can't line dance. Only two step I can do for as line dancing I can do is toward the bar, baby. That's it. Now, for that slow drag, I can slow drag all night, but you get me to talk about line dancing, I'm gonna make a line going straight to the bar. Double shot of Hennessy and a Heineken, please. And that's what it's gonna be for the rest of the night. So
I got you, man.
you know what I'm saying? But we gonna get off into it, man. We gonna get off into some more music. K, what we got climbed up, man, for Malachi tonight, man?
And we're gonna flow on trying to do right.
Let's do it, man. Let's try to do right, man. But sometimes, man.
Let it go, yo, yo, yo. Shake it up now. Shake it up now. Shake it up now. Let it go.
I used to be a player. Now I'm trying to do right. I got a good woman standing by my side. These women want me, but I'm trying to do right. I'm out the way since she came into my life.
All of them don't try to take me for my change. So when we talk about this, not trying to say I got a whole lot what it's not gonna keep it. Look, my first step coming back, I got business. I gotta make me stay on fast, I need this. I really gotta keep it when I'm going on business. I used to be a player,
now I'm trying to do right. I got a good woman standing by my side. These women want me, but I'm trying to do right. I'm out the way since she came into my life.
No time for the government. That's what's on the brain. You in the one treat me like they treat them other way. I can't take my baby over me. Yeah, I'm stuck to the back. I'm doing this. I'm going to stay on that. I'm doing this. I want to be everything that's it, business.
Used to be a player, now I'm trying to do right. I got a good woman standing by my side. You want me, I'm trying to do right. I'm out the way since she came into my life. I used to be a player, now I'm trying to do right. I got a good woman standing by my side. You really want me, but I'm trying to do right. I'm out the way since she came into my life. Everybody be bang like,
Shake it up now. Shake it up now. Shake it up now. Shake it up, everybody cut loose. Carolina in the building. Alabama in the building. Arkansas in the building. Tennessee in the building. Texas in the building. Florida in the building. Louisiana in the building. Mississippi in the building. Georgia, King Malachi in the building.
Sir, yes, sir. Hey, Bernard B out of Florida. So what's happening with you, Malachi?
Man, tell him I said what's happening, man.
He out there on that water, man. You know, he do them DJ sets on the cruises now. You know what I mean?
Man, tell him I said peace and love. Hey, look, I see they sent y'all the show track. They sent you the full track, huh?
Right.
That's what
That's
we
what.
was just talking about.
Hey, my thing was
And
you were
listen,
singing, so
you
I
had
just
the hot seat. You automatically did your hot seat. So we
said. Hey, shout out to Kimberly Isaiah for Starbucks promotion. Appreciate you checking in. Chicken Wings, check it out over there in East Texas. Shay Jones, man, appreciate y'all, man. You know what I mean? Lady Shay, what's happening with you? Man, listen.
I said, wait a minute. I said, hold up. I said, I'm just hearing the music in the background. I said, well, he flowing with it. I said, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
that's what I texted her. I said, you flowing with it anyway.
Did
Let's
you,
go.
They said,
did you sing on top of it?
you did it.
You did it.
Okay, okay,
Shayla
It's all
okay.
Marie,
good. It's all good.
Shayla Marie out of Delaware is in the building, man. We got
Yes,
Delaware in
sir.
the building. We got Texas in the building. We
Yeah.
got Georgia in the building. Alabama, Florida, all up in here tonight, man. We
Malachi,
rocking.
when did you feel that at a point in your life this was really, really, really your commitness to it, to say, I'm shooting this all the way, giving it what I got, till the day I die? When was that real turning point for you?
I was singing on stage at the Miss Expo pageant at 14 years old. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we got you. We got you.
Okay. I was singing because it still had you moving over there. So good. Yeah, but I was 14 years old at the Miss Expo pageant at my high school, and I did a performance and like didn't even really get a chance to sing good. And like just off the first couple notes, me and two other homeboys that I was singing with at the time, man, the girls just went crazy, man. And in the back of my mind, I said, I'm gonna be doing this the rest of my life. And I literally haven't taken a year off since.
Wow.
Never.
You
Never.
know, it was funny that we was interviewing Xavier Ghost, and he was talking about how the response it was for the ladies, you know what I'm saying, singing. That's what got him into it. How, you know what I mean, all the singers, if you could sing, the women was gonna be attracted. They was gonna lock in. They was gonna lock in. And I think that a lot of artists love that response and that love that they receive from that crowd. Because I think that this is me personally not being a singer, but a former, you know what I'm saying, MC, because we call it MC, we don't call it rappers. We call it MCing. You get that energy from the crowd, that's what push you and get, you know what I'm saying, and motivate you and you know what I mean, in the whole 9 yards, you know what I mean? That's what really set it off. If you don't get that energy from the beginning, then that might, you know what I'm saying, deter your career. But if you get it from the jump, then you know this is something that you got, you know what I'm saying, and it's time to, you know what I'm saying, ride this out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So salute to that. You know what I mean? Because like you said, you got it from the very beginning and you still receiving that type of, you know what I'm saying, response when you perform. But what is like your pre-show ritual? What do you do before you know what I'm saying, before you perform? What are some of the things that you do to center yourself, to prepare yourself to bring that energy to the crowd?
Honestly, I've been performing so long and so consistent.
Mm-hmm.
For at least 20 years, I was performing on stage 3 to 4 times a week, average.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like I think if I wasn't performing as much,
Mm-hmm.
probably just working my job and
Mm-hmm.
perform once every 2 months, once
Mm-hmm.
every 3 months. Then I would have to get into some kind of mode or something to prepare me. But it's more like water. I'm always shooting my jumper. I'm always shooting my jumper. I'm always hitting the bag. I'm
Mm-hmm.
always on a constant. If I'm not performing, I'm in the studio recording. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
always using my voice. It's like I don't even have to prepare, for real. The only time I'm feeling a little funny is if I don't all the way know a song.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like one of your newer records, you don't all the way have it just ingrained into your system just yet.
Right.
That's it. Other than that, any song that I just know got them fully memorized, go to work. Go on to
That's
work.
all. So what is it like for artists who invest in themselves, you know what I'm saying, invest in their career, you know what I'm saying, to take, you know what I'm saying, their destiny in their hands and make it happen for themselves on their own dime and on their own time with no excuses? What is that like for you to be able to
Very
command that?
empowering. Very, very empowering. A confidence booster. You got to be built different to step out there and really not believing. I don't believe in myself, nor do I have faith. I know I do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
This is my destiny. This was my destiny before I came to planet Earth. I was
Mm-hmm.
born to do this. When I got out of alignment
Mm-hmm.
and just tried to live a regular life for a second,
Mm-hmm.
it was everything was going downhill. Soon as I got back in alignment, touched back down in Atlanta, and got back on my music, everything's just start going up. That's when you know naturally that the
Mm-hmm.
creator have a place for you in this. I say to myself, and this go for anybody, I had a real talk with myself, just kicking it, talking, analyzing self, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, if you're truly going to be successful in this world, do what really comes natural to your soul. People be out here exploring and tap dancing around with stuff that might not be their thing, but they're excited about it. You
Mm-hmm.
waste a lot of time. Get
Right.
out here with the thing that, but a lot of times, people do that because the thing that really comes natural to them is too easy.
Mm-hmm.
And people like a challenge. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But do what comes easy to you first and get up through there,
Mm-hmm.
make your mark. Then you can tiptoe, dance around, do the whole little, well, I'm trying, I'm experimenting. No. At first, don't play. Go for the kills. Go
Mm-hmm.
for the jugular. Go for blood. Out
Mm-hmm.
the gate, do not play. Go for what you're great at first.
Mm-hmm.
And it will leave room for you to do everything else you would like to do.
Mm-hmm. Now that right there is it speaks volumes when you talk about a lot of times to motivate these up and coming artists. Because my next question was, what are some of the things that you would say to a person who was coming into, you know what I'm saying, the game and into music? What are some of the messages that you would deliver to them? And you just killed it, you know what I mean, right there, because that was definitely my next question, you know what I mean, about the mentoring and how, you know what I'm saying, individuals come in the game and they have to invest in themselves. They have to take their career seriously. They have to step up to the plate. So that right there is definitely, you know what I mean, salute to you on that. You know what I mean? Trader
Can I give
Joker,
you,
what's going on with you?
hey bro, can I give you a real live testimony
Go ahead, bro.
about what you just asked me? When
Mm-hmm.
I came to Atlanta, right,
Mm-hmm.
I got a security job,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I've been wearing the same clothes pretty much every day and just going to work, not hanging out, not doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to work. I might work a month straight. I might work a half month straight. Just work, 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 work. And then I popped out with my song "Cut a Rug" in April. So what
Mm-hmm.
happened was I stacked up my bread because I wasn't doing that. I wasn't buying no clothes. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just going to work, come home, go to work, come home.
Mm-hmm.
And when they cut my hours, I guess what I said? I said,
Mm-hmm.
God must be wanting me to turn up on my music. So then what I did is I stopped. I ain't worked my job
Mm-hmm.
since April, the end of April, because I knew that the spring and summer was peak season of performing. And I
Mm-hmm.
already been gone from the city for about 3-4 years. So it's like it's people who was already up ahead of me in the race. I knew I know I got what it takes. I just needed to catch up in the race. So
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be hard to catch up 8 hours a day at somebody's job. So I
Right.
was use my savings and just invested in myself and
Mm-hmm.
just went and bought all my clothes I needed to buy, I got ready for war. I went and got
Mm-hmm.
everything in order, bought my beats, everything I needed to do, whatever. Let's go to work. And it's been super duper working out.
Mm-hmm.
Super duper. Now, I'm not where I'd like to be,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm very close. I'm like right there. So it's like ain't no turning back. And it don't mean that I won't take my ass and go back to work. But now I've put in so much work from April that I'm on the right people's radar right now. So
Right.
even if I had to do a side job or something just to hold down the day to day, because you know, sometimes shows can be a little fickle. Sometimes people say they want to book you and they just be talking. You know what I'm saying? Don't come with the deposit, don't be doing people fall short on their word. So you do need something to help you stay all the way consistent with your just life. You know what I'm saying? But I got 2 managers now that I accumulated. I have a cameraman I accumulated. I just got a good team around me. So even if I work a side job, I still got men fishing for me with a rod in the water while I'm over there doing something else. So we gonna keep it going, keep it great. They're gonna be calling me, Kai, we got something on this day. We got something on that day. We got something on this day. And so I'm up and running now. But it took a serious sacrifice. I left my job and still been paying my rent and everything. And most of the things I'm doing is promo. But we on the radio. We're on 20 stations now.
That's what you talk about. You know what I mean? That's what you talk. People don't know what it is to be on testosterone radio, how much it pays. How much it pays. You know what I'm saying? And that's major. And also too, just because you're on promo don't mean you're not getting paid, because if you know your business, you're gonna get paid that performance royalty. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Don't always, you know what I'm saying, close your eyes on that, but you get it down every quarter. So take care of your
People just
business.
have, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. A lot of folk be stuck in the studio. If artists truly understood how much energy and business and just how much you gotta give to get one song thoroughly in position. And when I say thoroughly in position, I'm talking about, yeah, you can have 1,000 songs in your hard drive.
Right.
Do you have one of them songs that can put your kids through college? Do you have one of them songs that can change your tax bracket? And when I say one of them songs, it's not that you believe in the song. No, the song you worked, that you and your team put the hard work, the grind in to get the capital generating, the income coming in officially, thoroughly, like water.
That's
And if
right
you
there is
ain't
different.
if you ain't did that, you got work to do. Like that's just bottom line. Period. If your job, if you don't have one song that is life changing revenue coming in where you don't have to go to nobody's job, you can fully do what you're doing, then you need to get on your grind. Get out the studio, take the right song and get out there and go to war.
You know, a lot of times artists drown their music with other music. That one song, they don't give that song an opportunity to marinate, to grow, and they'll turn around and they'll make a song and they'll put it out today, and then a month later they done threw another song on top of that song, and then a month later they done threw a song on top of that song, not giving it the opportunity. Like you saying, you have to get out there and work the song, work the music, because Southern Soul is actually regionalized, whether people know it or not. It might hit in North Carolina, but it ain't hit yet in South Carolina. So you got to take it and work it in South Carolina. You got to take it and work it in Georgia. You got to take it and work it in Florida. You got to take it and work it in different areas. So you have to have patience. You have to have patience and drive when it comes down to music. And that, to me, I think a lot of times is missing. You know what I'm saying? You want that instant coffee. Because you didn't have to go through much to get it distributed. All you had to do was upload it to DistroKid or TuneCore. You didn't have to go through a distributor. You didn't have to go through an A&R. You didn't have to go through a listening session. You can just put your music out there. But to honestly think about it, you have to work it. Like you said, take that one song and work it and work it and work it. You know what I mean? How you think we got these hits? How you think King George got his hits? How you think 803 Fresh got that hit? You know what I'm saying? How you think a lot of these hits that are going on, Cecily got her hits? You know what I'm saying? West Love got her hits. They didn't just sit there and wait, you know what I'm saying, and expect instant coffee. They went out there and they ground that coffee bean. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it's about. But we finna get off into another song right quick, K, man. Let's get this party going, man. Man, because I'm enjoying this conversation, man. This fruitful. I love fruitful bills.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sheriff is back at it one more again. Malachi, yeah. Where my DJs at? Where my DJ? Where my dancers at? Boots on the floor. Do you like it? Yeah. DJ, tell me, do you need it? Yeah. DJ, do you want it? DJ, yeah. Everybody, let me see your pocket fan. We gon' get it. Boots on the floor. Let's hit the floor. All up in there. We gon' get it. Boots on the floor. Everybody do your love, girl. You got to leave the step. Your business is step too. You say you know the step. You know look how long you know. What people proud of you. Let me made a favor. Let me see you. Pop your fat. They say you do that money thing. It's time to land, boy. You see up and get the step. It's time to land, boy. Don't let them in the place. It's time to land, boy. You can play the horse ride, women and Daisy Dukes, dancing has got all of that. Expensive cowboy boots, look at my belt buckle. I learned this from my uncle. I'm from that Carolina. See your pocket fans hit the floor. We gon' get it. Boots on the floor. Let's hit the floor. We gon' get it. Everybody do your line there. Who got a little step? Represent your step team. Who claiming they the best? Keep Malachi number one. I keep the party lit. I just need a favor. We so country we might drive a tractor to the club. We so country we might be barefoot off in the club. We so country we might line dance in the parking lot. Country, turn the backyard to a club spot. Everybody having fun, don't even need a gun. We so little southern soul, I call it country funk. Born in the juke joint, the blues that made another baby. Look at what they done did to all the ladies. Let's hit the floor. I want some more. We gon' get lit. Boots on the floor. Let's hit the floor. I want some more. We gon' get lit. Boots on the floor. Now everybody do your line there. Who got the little step? Represent your step team. Who claiming they the best? King Malachi number one. I keep the party lit. I just need a favor, y'all. See your pocket fan. Let go.
Oh, it's circulating. It's circulating.
All right, bring it back.
Yeah,
It was clipping. It was clipping a little.
No, you good. You good. We just playing it again, bro.
The sheriff is back at it one more again. Malachi, yeah. Where my DJs at? Where my DJ? Where my dancers at? Boots on the floor. Do you like it? Yeah. DJ, tell me, do you need it? Yeah. DJ, do you want it? DJ, yeah. Yeah. Everybody, let me see your pocket fan hit the floor. I want some more. turn the backyard to a club spot. Everybody having fun, don't even need a gun. We so little southern soul, I call it country funk. Born in the juke joint, the blues that made another baby. Look at what it done did to all the ladies. Let's hit the floor. I want some more. We gon' get lit. Boots on the floor. Let's hit the floor. I want some more. We gon' get lit. Boots on the floor. Now everybody do your line dance. Who got the latest step? Represent your step team. Who claiming they the best? King Malachi #1. I keep the party lit. I just need a favor, y'all. See you pop it fast. Let go.
Money Love in the building, America's top model in the chat right there. Much love, Money Love. Appreciate you. Now, man, listen. Malachi, we coming to the end, bro. But I want to definitely salute you, man, with your music, the hard work, you know what I mean, the ethics that you have when it comes down to the music game itself. I want to salute you with that. I want to also, too, give you an opportunity to tell people how can they follow you on your social media, how can they get your music, how can they get you booked, and the next time they'll be able to see you.
All right. You can book King Malachi at You to Go the Plug on Instagram. That's You to Go the Plug or The Real Big Hustle on Instagram. Reach either of those two to book me. You can follow me on Instagram at King Malachi 1. That's KINGMALACHI 1. Also, you can check out my new song Cut a Rug on all streaming platforms. Cut a Rug by King Malachi, and follow me on Facebook, Curtis A. Boyd, King Malachi parentheses. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Thank y'all all for the love. GC Radio, thank you for streaming this episode right here on 132 countries. Appreciate it. Much love for that. Also, 82.3 PUSO in Columbus, Ohio. This right here will be part of their morning show. And Third Coast Society TV, thank you so much for the love with Lisa Good and Derek Morris. This will air on their episode in 2 weeks on Wednesday. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for the love. Big bro, you know what time it is.
Absolutely. Once again, thanks for tuning in to real2reel360 with our brother, the Sheriff, King Malachi in the building. Let's go ahead and support this young man. Go out there, download his music, buy his music, support his music, book him for shows so we can make this thing go worldwide, all right? It's all about nation building, and let's build this nation right, all right? Definitely. Malachi, you know the deal, bro. You got a home right here with us on Real2Reel360. So at any given Sunday, bro, if you need to come back, no, you damn sure gonna come back. I ain't say damn, I said you damn sure gonna come back, all right? We gonna get that thing straight, man. Much love to you, man, and success and blessings your way to you and your whole camp.
Thank you.
Peace, Moni. Peace, Moni.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am DJ KY Allah, aka Kato, the Black Superhero. That's my brother like no another. I'm talking about Joshua Allah, aka Mr. PhD. Who?
Himself.
And what else?
Yo, they call me Mr. Plead the Fifth.
All right, y'all stay tuned and locked, man. We got another show coming up. Don't you miss the next episode. All right, we'll see you then. Peace.
Peace.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we starting to come to the end of the show. Right now, I want to take the time out and thank our guests for coming on. Also, too, we want to make sure that y'all listening and subscribing, and tell a friend and keep sharing, because we're going to keep bringing y'all the real content. You know what I mean? So, DJ KY, brother, take us up out of here, son. Peace.
I want to give a big shout out to the nation of gods and earth. To all the human families of the planet Earth, I say peace. But to our subscribers, those who continue to watch and listen to the show each and every time we come on, I give a big shout out of love, peace, and happiness. To be the man, woman, and reach out of the you when I burst. It's time for us to disperse. We bring the best, not the worst. We thank you once again for tuning in to the real 360. Bring a friend to hit that like and subscribe so we continue to grow to bring more knowledge and wisdom to you. Upon our show, you make it possible